everyone, Dan Central here, and welcome to kind of a random, interesting kind of video where I can vent a bit of frustration as well. I haven't really done videos like this before, so I thought it'd be different just to talk through something that I've just managed to finally sort, but had a lot of issues with. And if any of you have had a similar problem in the past, hopefully it will help you. And if you haven't, hopefully you'll still find it interesting to watch nonetheless, or maybe you won't. But yeah, downstairs using the bigger TV in the house. Yeah, this is where the video is going to kind of stem from. So basically, what I've been trying to do, and if any of you are linked to the gaming Facebook that I have, facebook.com/gaming369, I put up an update saying how frustrated I was. Basically, I've been trying for the past hour to connect my SNES, UK PAL SNES, to my LG 60-inch smart TV. And I tried everything that I could think of, and nothing seemed to work. I was doing a manual tune, an auto tune, at least 5 times each, and nothing was working whatsoever. I was trying so many different freaking RF cables, and nothing was doing it whatsoever. In the end, I went upstairs, had a bit more of a hunt around, and I found this adapter that I bought off eBay because my Nintendo 64 lead had stopped working. So I bought this as an adapter so I could plug it into the end of the cable, like so, and that will fit in the N64. I did, however, notice that in the back of the SNES there's a port which this would actually fit in. Now, what you can hear in the background is actually Super Mario World, so I will prove to you that I've since got it working on the LG 60-inch smart TV. Whoops. So that looks really, really cool. UK PAL SNES. So you've got basically your RF out, your AC connector, and then what's called a multi-out here as well. So basically, I noticed that the shape for this is actually that. It's quite dark, so apologies. In fact, I'll just turn the light on. Might have been a good idea to have done that in the first place, but there you are. So it's basically the same end as that. Yeah. So I was like, oh, score. So I was all excited, because I'm a bit sad like that. Ran downstairs with it. What have Nintendo done? They've designed the SNES so that it stops here and it dips down. So there's like that much space between the end of the port and this little groove bit here where it pops out. So now half of it will go in, but it won't push in because it's getting stuck. It's basically getting stuck on that. So no, wasn't going to work. So I was like, brilliant. Okay, so none of these cables are working because I've tried so many of these cables. I've got one here. So one end obviously went in the back of the SNES, one went in the back of the TV, manual tune, auto tune. Kept saying like it because it had, it's packed up kind of thing, got all the static. It kept moving just to say something was going to happen, and nothing. It wasn't finding any picture or anything. So I tried that lead. I then tried all of these leads, nothing. And now I'm thinking I'm going to get some results with this. It's too big, won't fit in the back of the SNES. So again, I'm stumped. Having a think. Then I thought I'd have a quick look at the Nintendo Wii cables, because again, it's Nintendo. So I've gone to the back of the Wii, pulled the connector out of it, and sure enough, it's a similar cable. So I pulled the Nintendo Wii cable out. Again, score. And this is a lot smaller now, so it's definitely going to fit. Definitely, it has to fit. Come on, it's got to fit. No, it doesn't fit. You want to know why? The port itself is curved on both sides. it's curved. Can you see that? Can you see how it's curved on both sides? It's like a stretched out octagon. You know, if you picture an octagon, 8 sides, but it's been stretched out like a rectangular octagon. That makes sense, yeah? However, the port I'm trying to fit in is only curved on one side. So it's like an octagon shape on one side, but it's like a square on the other. Sorry, this is really quite awkward, a bit fiddly. Can you see that? So one side, if we can see it in the light, so one side is curved, and one side, this side here, is a straight square, straight line all the way down. So half of it will go in, but the other half won't. So by this point, I was literally about to give up. So I turned the TV off, unplugged the SNES, was walking up the stairs with the SNES in my hand, and then I stopped halfway up the stairs, and I was like, Nintendo 64, Nintendo Wii, what about GameCube? It's the only other Nintendo console that I've got that potentially could have a cable like that. So, went upstairs, carried on upstairs, got the GameCube lead, and bingo, not only is it small enough to fit, but both sides are curved. So now, come back down with it, and voila, it plugs straight in to the back of the SNES. So now I've gone from RF to SCART. Yeah. So the other end's a SCART lead. So I've plugged that into the back of the TV, and now I've put it on AV1. It's displaying on there, and boom, it comes straight on. So turn it back on again, plug in the controller. This video wasn't very well thought out, so apologies. I just thought it would be quite an interesting one just to upload. Ooh. So yeah, plugged it back in. I've then gone to... I'm losing everything today. Right, remote control. I've then gone into inputs. Right, I'm going to try and balance this laptop as best I can. Right, so there you go. So it's not HDMI 2, it's not HDMI 4, and it's not the antenna either. Input and gone into AV1. It's taken me to use a different lead from the GameCube in order to get it working. I'm trying not to make this... because everything's flipped. There you go. So there you go. Now it's working. And that's on... because you can get different picture modes where you can get like cinema, standard, vivid, and game. And I've just put on game. So you've got like... can't see very well actually. But you've got... there you go. So you've got game. There's sport. See, it actually will change. Sport, bright room, cinema, APS, standard, and vivid. So I had it on games. It just seemed to make sense, obviously being a game. So if I go back down, God, I think these batteries are really running out now. Okay, there you go. It seemed to display quite nicely. So if I take the back off again. For those of you out there that have a really flashy TV, I mean, I can only speak for LG because it's the one that I've got. But if you've got any kind of really recent TVs out there, and you've been trying to connect up old school game systems to them, just beware that the leads that you've always used might not work anymore. I'm guessing because the TV's so powerful and so recent, yet the leads are really, really old, that it doesn't support it, or maybe the electrical current that goes through this is just a guess, that, by the way, but maybe the electrical current that goes through the wires or the plugs or whatever isn't strong enough to be picked up on the TV because it's a lot more advanced, and the technology is more advanced than the actual wires that I'm using. Whereas obviously the GameCube wires compared to the SNES wires are a lot more advanced. I've been able to do it that way. To be fair, I'm lucky I've got this multi-output on the back of the SNES, because I've always used these two ports here, always. The AC connector and the RF out. Whoops, RF out. Never used this before. It's the first time tonight that I've ever used that. And I've been forced to because of the TV that I'm using. I'm guessing that's it. I mean, if I was to plug it on one of my old school TVs upstairs, I wouldn't need to use the multi-out. I'd get away with using the RF out port. But yeah, happy that I've got it sorted now, but just an absolute pain trying to get it to work and stuff. So any of you guys got any issues out there, think of the wires that you're using. See if you've got a more up-to-date console that uses a similar wire that you could use instead. And I've now gone from RF out to SCART, because the other side of the wire is actually a SCART. Port's going into a SCART, and now I've just changed that to AV1 on the TV, and it's come on straight away. So think about the wires that you're using, think about the connectors that you've got, before you rule out anything else, and don't give up, which I nearly did. Because all I've done is change the wire from, just if you've got a SNES and you've got a GameCube, swap that and do it that way. I'm just thinking though, with the Sega Mega Drive, am I going to have a similar issue? Because I don't think that's got a port in there that I can put up more recent leads in. But I guess I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. For now, I'm going to play a little bit of Super Mario World before I go to bed. Thanks a lot for watching. I know it's been a bit of a really random video, and most of you out there are probably like, okay, this doesn't even apply to me. But if any of you that are watching it have got anything from it, then I'm happy with that. If not, then again, so be it. But yeah, if anything, if nothing else, all the video is basically been just to vent my anger of not being able to get it working, but now having been able to sort it. So there you go. So I'm now chuffed. I'm going to go and play my SNES for a bit and then go to bed. Thanks for watching, guys. It's nice to be able to upload silly videos like this and have the time to do it now, even if it is a silly video. Cool. Oh, and my game controller, this one's like a third party, but I think it's so much nicer than the actual normal controllers because it's got grooves at the bottom. It's a lot shinier. It just looks better, I think. It's a Gamester one. It looks really cool. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know what you think. If it's helped you, great. If you've just got anything from it, great. If you've just found it entertaining, great. Okay, and the last thing I just want to mention just before I end the video, since I've got Super Mario World displayed up there, is that some of you may remember, may know, possibly, that about a year or so ago, I did a complete Let's Play of Super Mario World from start to finish. It was 26 parts long, took me ages, and I showed you every single secret that I knew of in the game. So I didn't just go through it really quickly, showing you the quickest route. I actually went in and did every single route that I knew that's secret. So I completely exhausted the game. Now, the highest score you can get on here is 96, because there are 96 levels. I used to think that it was 100 that was the highest, because like 100%. But it's not, it's actually 96 is the highest because that's how many levels there are, so you can't get any higher than that. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be showing you that I've got 96, but what I do have is 90, this is the second one, Mario B, is 95. So there's one tiny little thing somewhere that I haven't quite got that's preventing me from having the 96. But I've got 95. I'm sure there's a few of you out there that have got 96, and the problem is, because it's only one tiny little thing, it's hard to know what that thing is, and I wouldn't know. It'd take me forever to go through the map and try and figure out what it is. So I'm not going to really bother with that, because I'll completely exhaust it. That was what I did my Let's Play on. And the one above that was a separate playthrough that I did, and that's 93. So I've played this quite a lot. Yeah, 95. It's the highest I've got. I'm just one short, but I'm happy with that. Let me know. Let me know if any of you've got 96. Be interesting. But yeah, I've done really well in the game. I've pretty much exhausted it, and I've got 95. So there we go. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Hope you found it informative and helpful, and I will see you in another video very, very soon.